With the 17th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons, via trade with the Memphis Grizzlies, select Ebuka Okorie, guard from Stanford. Locked on NBA Draft Night is brought to you by Indeed. Go to Indeed.com/podcast and get a $75 sponsored job credit. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Terms and conditions apply. I am Tenitra Batiste, and I'm joined now by Kuka Hill from Locked on Pistons. Giving up pick 21, 3 second-round picks to get Ebuka Okorie. Were you surprised at the move?
I was not surprised. The Pistons had been rumored to be pretty interested in moving up for a few prospects. I thought they might do it for Yaxel Lenborg, but he went way higher than it sounded like he maybe was going to go. As soon as they started to slip a little bit and we saw Corey get lower, I know that was another player that they had been really high on. So it does not shock me a little bit that they were interested in moving up. Trajan Langton said a few weeks ago that he was interested in potentially moving up if the possibility was there. So this matches a lot of what we heard pre-draft.
For sure. And a guard that a lot of people see as very elusive, playing low to the ground, good with pace. What are some of the things you like about his game?
What some of the things I like the most is it sounds like that he's a pure scoring guard type. The Pistons need someone else that can go out there and score the basketball. That's one of their biggest needs that they've had. Obviously, only
Yeah.
having really Cade that can go ahead and score on the ball. They need someone else that could do that kind of thing. He is a very young prospect with a very high ceiling. So I completely understand why they went after this pick. I wonder how much he's going to contribute this year. But this
Yeah.
is a guy that projects to be a legit scorer in the NBA, and that's obviously what the Pistons have needed.
For sure. And we saw that play itself out as they moved through the postseason. And maybe one of the challenges or weaknesses that you can't really account for, obviously, you'd be small and slight of build for a lead guard. That's something that he can't necessarily fix. You know, your size is your size, but maybe questions around him as a passer. What are some of the things you want to see him develop in his rookie season?
Well, yeah, you mentioned. I think the biggest concern is his size. I know that's
Yeah.
something he can't really change, but that is the biggest concern. We've seen smaller guards struggle to defend at the next level, and that be something that really holds them down. So I know that's not something he can control, but that is going to be it's going to be the question for a lot of fans, and it's going to be a question for his whole career, really, about how can he hold up at that size. Unfortunately, just with the way the NBA is going, the NBA becoming bigger and bigger, more wings, bigger guards. That is going to be something that he's going to have to prove. I think the other part of his game that I'm interested to see is what does his playmaking look like once he gets downhill. If he can improve that and be something that they can really trust with the ball in their hands, not just to score, but to be something that can find other guys and run some of their offense, maybe move Cade off the ball and trust him to run some of their offense so it doesn't all have to go through Cade. I think
Mhm.
that's a big thing as well. But again, I know it's not something he can change, but I think Pistons fans will be talking about his size for quite some time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Koo. And for more on the Detroit Pistons, subscribe to Locked on Pistons wherever you get your podcasts.